Hey guys, Uncle Steph here. So, long-term predictions are BS. Total BS. So I've been around the block more than a few times, and I can tell you, without a doubt, long-term predictions are almost always BS. I'll tell you why. Two reasons. Number one, the further out in time you go in terms of a prediction, so the further out in time you go in terms of a prediction, the less likely that the prediction will come to pass or will be accurate. So a 1-year prediction is far less accurate than a 1-week prediction. And a 5-year prediction is almost totally inaccurate. Think about all the times when you hear the economists out there pontificate about what's going to happen in the economy in a year or 2 years. Remember just recently, they were saying the inflation was transitionary. It was only a transitionary inflation. Meanwhile, everything has gone super sky high in prices. And I'm not saying this to attack any political party. I'm just showing how the savants, the illuminatis, the super intellectuals, in quotes, are giving us these predictions and they don't come to pass. I can't tell you how many times I've heard predictions that just don't happen. So whenever you hear a prediction that's far out in time, you should really look at that prediction with great contempt, at the very least. Number two, the more variables that you have involved in a prediction, the less likely it's going to be accurate. That's the other thing. If you have a lot of different variables involved in a prediction, any change in any one of these variables could have an impact in terms of the accuracy of the prediction. So more variables involved in prediction, meaning more complex situation, less likely it's going to be accurate. The further out in time the prediction, the less likely it's going to be accurate. And the final thing I want to point out is when you have vested interest or you have money to be made, or if there's money involved in a prediction. If there's money involved in a prediction, again, the more money involved, the more hands involved, more hands in the till, as they say, more hands involved in extracting money as a result of the prediction. Again, the more of that, the less likely the prediction is accurate. You see, people are motivated by money. So predictions are often made based on the economic interest of certain individuals or certain organizations as well. So that's the third criteria. So when you see predictions, if there's money involved or money to be made as a result of the prediction, that should raise a red flag. Number two, if there's many variables involved in a prediction, that can mess up things as well. And number three, the further out in time the prediction, the less likely it's going to be accurate. So those are the three criteria. So whenever somebody gives you a prediction, remember those rules. If you do, chances are you'll be much better at assessing which predictions are more likely to be accurate versus others. So for example, I just did a video where one of the AI founders said that in 1,000 days, AI will reach artificial general intelligence, AGI level, basically transformational. So 1,000 days. That was an interesting decision the guy made in terms of choosing his chronological units. Why didn't he say 8 years, 9 years? That's what 1,000 days is, approximately 8 years, we'll say. Because 1,000 days sounds like a much more shorter period of time than 8 years. Guys, I think instinctively we know that when people make 8 and 10-year predictions, 5-year predictions, that the accuracy of that prediction is at best to be suspected, to be questioned, Take in with a grain of salt. So I believe, and I'm not a mind reader, but if I were a betting man, I would say that he chose the 1,000-day unit of temporal measurement because he wanted to create a feeling or a narrative that this AI event is coming sooner than later. It's actually coming much later. So when I hear 1,000 days or 8 years or 10 years, AI is going to reach a certain level, how the hell does he know?